Aston Martin. Once upon a time, Aston Martin was a team everyone deeply respected. Much like Haas today, they were the underdogs, with limited resources, no big-name personnel, and still fighting to survive in a multi-million-dollar racing circus.
This is a lovely country, right?
Fernando Alonso celebrates a dream debut with Aston Martin.
Their whole journey is marked with financial problems. Cars that are unable to perform, and sponsors who are unwilling to support them. It entered Formula One in 1991 under the name of Jordan Grand Prix. It started to shock the world as it introduced Michael Schumacher to the world of F1, who won 7th place in his first race. But after this, there was only darkness. In 2005, Eddie Jordan sold this team to Midland. Over the years, the name on the garage kept changing. Spyker, Force India, Racing Point, and finally, Aston Martin. Each name carried its own drama, but the spirit remained the same: survive, adapt, and try to climb back into relevance. But this didn't stop them from doing more with less. Their drivers' skills and determination helped them in beating top dogs numerous times over the years, just like they did in 2020. Except for the fact that they copy Mercedes. But now, this team has become a laughingstock. Mostly because of Lance Stroll, who wanted a spaceship-like car and his daddy delivered by funding Aston Martin. Now, with Lawrence Stroll's money and Lance behind the wheel, the team is doing its best while enduring the constant sarcasm of the public. But, with all this money, it is still known as a midfield team, with some promising moments, but still chasing a big leap forward.
Wow!
This is a lovely country, right?
Fernando Alonso celebrates a dream debut with Aston Martin.
Fernando Alonso and Lance Stroll are trying to give their best in 2025, but we are not seeing any progress here. Red Bull. Contrary to Aston Martin, Red Bull was flying in previous years. This team was absolutely slain, making its fans greedy for more successes. They radiate an air of superiority, grin at every Max Verstappen highlight, and laugh whenever Ferrari used to make any silly strategy mistake on the grid. For 7 years, the Red Bull fanbase just knew how to win and roast others. They roared when Sebastian Vettel won 4 consecutive Drivers' and Constructors' Championships from 2010 to 2013. They tweeted and owned every social media chat when Max Verstappen dominated from 2021 to 2023. But 2025 had given them a hard reality check. This season feels like watching a superhero forget how to fly. After 3 years of obliterating the grid with Max Verstappen's dominance and a car that looked like it was cheating physics, they have now stumbled into what fans are calling their mildly embarrassing era.
Wow, no.
The RB21 has more understeer than a shopping cart and devours tires like it's snacking between races. Verstappen, once invincible, now fights to keep McLarens and even Mercedes behind him. It is unbelievable that this man won 3 championships in a row and gave Red Bull total dominance. I think that the loss of Adrian Newey didn't help. It's like Hogwarts losing Dumbledore and still expecting the same magic. Maybe. This extreme pressure is the reason we are seeing Red Bull team principals and drivers nude on social media. From Christian Herrer to Max, everyone's nude pictures were released on social media. If we talk about Red Bull fans, they are in full denial-flavored coping mode. One moment they were tweeting, "Just wait till Imola, the upgrades will destroy everyone," and the next they're crying into a Verstappen hoodie as Lando Norris dances on the podium again. Some have started romanticizing 2021 to 2023 like it was the golden age, while others jokingly ask if Red Bull's new engineers were recruited from Mario Kart. And don't even get them started on Liam Lawson. He is Red Bull's latest second driver experiment, who's already being blamed for everything from missed strategy calls to Mercury being in retrograde. The memes are endless, the optimism is dwindling, and for once, Red Bull fans are learning how the rest of us lived for a decade. Visa, Cash App, Red Bull Racing Bulls. You can get the idea of Red Bull's greediness toward dominance, that it doesn't have only one team on the grid, but two. The second one is originally known as the Red Bull Junior Team. This team started in 2001, aimed at spotting and nurturing young talent like Vettel, Gasly, and Verstappen. In 2005, Red Bull purchased the struggling Minardi team, and in 2006 relaunched it on the grid as Scuderia Toro Rosso. It is the Italian name for Red Bull. It evolved through family branding to become AlphaTauri in 2020, promoting Red Bull's fashion line before being rebranded to Visa Cash App Red Bull Racing Bulls in 2025. This weird name is the reason everyone thinks that this team has something to do with debit cards and money. But in reality, its main purpose is to give F1 seats to academy drivers. Once they achieve excellence, they could be promoted to the Red Bull main team. Previously, every driver was eager to be part of the Red Bull main team, but looking at its current performance, I don't believe anyone wants to be there now. If we talk about its performance, well, it is stealing hearts with Isak Hajar, who loves to say no and gives meme-worthy material to everyone. Previously, Yuki Tsunoda was also famous because of his ramen eating habits and his extremely small height. Williams is another example of a team that has a brilliant history but falls from grace at high speed. It gets a $10 million heritage bonus from F1, but it struggles to achieve any funding from sponsors. This lack of money is the reason that this team has been struggling for decades now. Founded in 1977 by Sir Frank Williams and Patrick Head, the team quickly became a powerhouse in the 1980s and 1990s. Williams won 9 Constructors' Championships and 7 Drivers' Championships, with legends like Nigel Mansell, Nelson Piquet, Alain Prost, Damon Hill, and Jacques Villeneuve driving their cars to glory. Their golden era featured dominant, technically advanced machines, especially in partnership with Renault engines. However, after the late 1990s, the team slowly declined due to shifting regulations, loss of key technical talent, and manufacturer partnerships drying up. From the mid-2000s onward, Williams became a midfielder, and then a backbencher. Not finishing at the back became a win for this team. But from 2020, Williams decided that they wanted their glory back. They were fed up with the memes and sarcasm of others. So, they changed their leadership, and with the help of Doralton Capital, they rebuild their legacy. They made their cars so fast that George Russell crashed out behind the safety car during the Imola Grand Prix in 2021. Williams is so fast, they crash in slow motion. No doubt, Russell is the king of tragic optimism, but nothing topped the time when he celebrated scoring P11 like it was a podium. After him, Alex Albon is also reshaping the future of Williams. In 2025, he matched the team's entire 2024 points tally in just 2 races, including a standout P5 in Australia and regular top 10 finishes. But fans are not focusing on these achievements. In fact, they are celebrating that Albon managed to finish ahead of Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. Except for these achievements. Carlos Sainz won P7 in Shanghai and has become a key strategic voice in the paddock. Williams climbed to 4th in the Constructors, their strongest early season position since 2016. Alpine. Alpine is a midfield team that manages to perform worse with 20 celebrities supporting it, including Ryan Reynolds. They have a Deadpool-themed car, but not the skills needed to win the race. But it doesn't mean that this team doesn't have any flashes of brilliance. In fact, their legacy is full of special moments, such as winning titles in 2005 and 2006. Alonso was young at that time, full of passion, and managed to beat Michael Schumacher. After this, Esteban Ocon won in 2021.
Esteban Ocon is going to be a Grand Prix winner in Formula One. Ocon wins the...
Not only this, their Renault engines have a golden history as they ruled F1 in the late 1990s and early 2000s.
The frickin' Renault in front of me. The tires have gone off. I'm heavier than a frickin' boat. Guys, you need to be in a new car. We need a new car to be able to win these races.
But now, over the years, they are continuously sinking in the ocean and have now hit rock bottom. The ugliest car you will see on the grid is Alpine. The chaotic team you will see in Formula One is Alpine, because no one wants to stay in it. From management to drivers, no one stays in this team for more than 15 seconds. And if by any miracle they decide to stay, the team will kick them out. because apparently being loyal to Alpine is a crime in the world of racing. So, if someone focuses on their cars on the grid, it is just because they are craving drama. They are looking for another Esteban Ocon and Pierre Gasly's civil war for some entertainment. Sauber. The real poor F1 team is Sauber. They haven't won any championship ever in their career and can't even think of performing better in this lifetime. They are just existing on the grid and increasing its ugliness along with Alpine. Despite never winning a race, they earned legendary status for nurturing talents like Kimi Räikkönen, Felipe Massa, and Sebastian Vettel. Basically, it is the team that said, got a quick race starter? We'll take them. They are so irrelevant that they are sold to Audi and no one even notices
the C44 obviously
After getting sold, they are getting sponsorships over sponsorships from some weird companies. But they are determined to create their legacy after Audi takes over in 2026. We have started seeing some improvement in their performance in 2025, in which Nico Hülkenberg returned and hauled Sauber off the back foot with a stunning P7 at the season's opening Australian GP, already surpassing all of Sauber's 2024 points in one weekend. Let's see how it will perform in the coming years. If you want to know more about Formula One, subscribe to our channel.